Beneath the centuries-old, enigmatic soil of Oak Island lies a chamber no one ever imagined existed, and out of nowhere, Rick Lagina stumbles onto something so astonishing that it sends shockwaves across the globe. This time, it's not about gold, it's not about silver, it's about a revelation so powerful that even the cameras weren't ready to capture it. While digging deeper than ever before, the team uncovered a strange passage, clearly hidden by someone long ago. At the very end of it, a sealed entrance. Behind that door, a pitch-black room that froze everyone in their tracks. Just picture it, centuries of effort, countless theories, endless digging, and suddenly an underground chamber opens. What could possibly be inside? Could this be the legendary Templar vault people have talked about for years? Or some ancient relic capable of rewriting everything we know about history? One look at Rick Laginina's stunned expression was enough to know this discovery defied even his wildest expectations. This wasn't treasure hunting anymore. This was uncovering a secret of colossal magnitude. So what lies inside? A forgotten map? Hidden treasure? Or a truth the world was never meant to see? The suspense is so intense you won't want to blink. And if you don't want to miss the continuation of this unbelievable Oak Island revelation, hit that subscribe button right now and tap the bell so you're the first to get the next update. When anyone mentions Oak Island, two words instantly come to mind: mystery and treasure. This tiny island in Nova Scotia has been dug up for more than 2 centuries, and still, the full truth remains out of reach. Some call it the Oak Island curse, because legend says 7 people must perish before the treasure reveals itself. And so far, 6 have already died. That eerie detail keeps the mystery alive. It all began in 1795 with the famous Money Pit. A group of young men spotted odd markings on the ground. When they dug deeper, they discovered layer after layer of wooden platforms and stones, as if someone had engineered a complex trap. Every 10 feet, something new was placed, and just when they reached promising depth, water rushed in and stopped everything. That moment marked the beginning of one of the greatest treasure mysteries in history. Years later, the search moved to Smith's Cove. Once again, strange wooden structures, drainage systems, and old tools appeared, proof that someone built an elaborate protection system to keep whatever lies beneath from being found. More recently, the garden shaft became the biggest focus point. With advanced technology, the team dug deeper than ever and found clues suggesting something massive is hidden below. Throughout Oak Island's history, small artifacts have surfaced: a lead cross, ancient coins, mysterious tunnels. These discoveries fuel the theories that the island may be holding a major religious relic, perhaps even the Holy Grail, or a Templar treasure. That's why Oak Island remains one of the world's greatest unsolved enigmas. Now imagine, after years of searching, Rick suddenly uncovers a hidden room underground. What could be waiting in there? That question alone is enough to keep everyone glued to the screen. Before every dig, the team prepares with the most advanced equipment available. This time, Rick and his crew used ground-penetrating radar and sonar to peer beneath the earth. The readings were alarming: strange lines, symmetrical walls, and what looked like a giant chamber deep underground. Something man-made, something hidden, but it didn't stop there. Workers started noticing odd sensations while digging. The soil felt uneven, hollow in places. Drills kept hitting solid barriers, as though wooden beams or stone walls were blocking the way. One worker even claimed the drill echoed differently, like it was hitting an empty void beneath the surface. Technical issues piled up too. Pumps failed again and again. Water surged in without warning. Machinery overheated or broke down repeatedly. It felt as if the island itself was resisting the discovery, as if whatever was down there was meant to stay hidden. Each obstacle only convinced Rick and the team that they were edging closer to something extraordinary. Then came the breakthrough. As the digging progressed, the air around the site shifted, heavy with tension. The GPR and sonar readings hinted at some kind of cavity, but no one expected what came next. While removing soil, the workers exposed an unusually shaped structure, a straight, perfectly aligned section of timber and stone, definitely not natural confusion spread. Was this a lost tunnel from an ancient civilization, or the same engineered passage that researchers had theorized for decades? The team knew instantly this was crafted with purpose. The camera crew captured everything. When they shined their lights inside, a long, chilling corridor appeared. A gust of cold air rushed out, making everyone step back. It felt like a doorway sealed for hundreds of years was finally breathing again. Even the machinery struggled around this area. Drills jammed, equipment stalled. And as the mysterious passage revealed itself, the team's shock became impossible to hide. Whispered questions filled the air, and the expression on Rick Laganina's face said it all. He had just touched the edge of something monumental. This hidden passage wasn't just another twist in the Oak Island mystery. It felt like the moment that would change the entire story forever, because if this wasn't a natural cave formed by chance, then someone, centuries ago, intentionally crafted this path with precision. And if that's true, then Oak Island isn't just dirt, rocks, and groundwater. Something monumental lies beneath. Treasure, knowledge, or a secret deliberately buried. The suspense had reached a point where every pair of eyes was glued to that newly discovered tunnel. As the team pushed deeper into that concealed corridor, the tension only grew. While clearing out chunks of earth and stone, the workers suddenly froze. Something ahead made everyone's pulse race. At the very end of the passage stood a door built from ancient wood and solid stone. It wasn't some crude barrier thrown together by chance. The wood was decayed with age, yet its construction was strong enough to withstand centuries. The stonework wrapped around it like a protective seal, almost as if someone wanted to hide whatever lay beyond at all costs. But the part that really shook everyone were the carvings etched into the door. Strange markings. Symbols unlike anything the crew had seen before. Some resembled crosses. Others looked like coded messages, like an ancient language locked in wood. The workers and camera crew stared silently because these markings echoed the very theories Oak Island fans had debated for years. Templar signs, sacred symbols, hidden codes. And for Rick Lagina, that moment was overwhelming. After years of digging, disappointment, and dead ends, he was finally staring at something long believed to be just a myth. His eyes reflected both disbelief and joy. With a trembling voice, he whispered, "We've found something huge." The cameras caught his words, and instantly everyone understood. The real secret of Oak Island was right behind that door. The rest of the team stood in stunned silence. Some workers gently pressed their hands against the old wood. The camera crew inched closer, capturing every detail of the symbols. The tension in the air grew heavy, as if the room behind that door carried a truth powerful enough to alter history itself. This was no ordinary barrier. It was a gateway, one that guarded a 200-year-old mystery. When the Oak Island team gathered around the mysterious door, the excitement mixed with fear was almost unbearable. For generations, people had theorized about hidden chambers and secret vaults beneath Oak Island, and now one was standing right in front of them, but opening it was painful and slow. The door was locked tight, reinforced by stone and thick, ancient timber. Heavy machinery had to be brought in. Cameras were rolling. Everyone stood waiting, holding their breath for the moment that would finally crack open this centuries-old riddle. The workers first tried gently nudging it. Nothing. Then they brought out crowbars, drills, and hammers. The moment the tools hit the door, a faint echo vibrated from behind the stones. Like the hollow tone of an empty space inside, that sound made the team's eyes widen. Their excitement skyrocketed, and finally, after repeated attempts, a section of the door splintered instantly. A wave of icy air rushed out, air that had been trapped for centuries. It carried a strange, ancient chill that made the workers instinctively step back. Rick Lagina was the first to lean forward. The camera crew pointed their lights inside, but everything was swallowed by darkness. The scent of age, dust, moisture, and crumbling wood filled the air. Every team member stared intensely through the narrow opening, trying to catch the very first glimpse. No one spoke. You could hear their breathing. It felt like they were seconds away from witnessing something that could rewrite history. Rick's eyes shimmered with a mix of dread and wonder. It was like he had stepped into a legend. The doors to a centuries-old secret were actually opening. But what waited inside? Treasure, religious relics, ancient technology, a forgotten story? Suspense had never been this overwhelming. And then, finally, when more of the door gave way and the light pushed inside, the room revealed itself. The sight was straight out of an adventure film. The walls weren't just dirt. They were covered in carvings, symbols, and old runes. Some looked like ancient codes. Others carried familiar, cross-like patterns, often linked to the Knights Templar. Moss and moisture clung to the cracks, and under the camera light, it almost seemed as if the walls were whispering a story from another time. But something else caught their attention. In a corner, hidden beneath layers of dust and fog, was a metallic gleam, a bright shimmer reflecting the light, too clear to ignore. Some believed it was gold. Others thought it might be a fragment of a powerful artifact. The air inside felt eerie, almost haunted. The moment the door opened fully, a thin mist drifted out, making the discovery feel even more supernatural. Every person present knew they were witnessing a landmark moment. Something incredibly significant had been hidden here for a reason. Rick and the crew stood frozen between fear and excitement. Workers held their breath. The camera operators moved slowly, capturing every inch. One question echoed silently through everyone's mind. What is that shining object? And what do these ancient carvings truly mean? One thing was certain. The room was not just another tunnel. It contained something capable of shaking the entire world. As the team carefully explored the room and the symbols inside, the atmosphere outside suddenly shifted. Security around the excavation area intensified. New faces. People who weren't part of the Oak Island staff or TV crew began appearing around the site. Men in black clothing, officials quietly surveying the area. Someone had alerted higher authorities. Rumors exploded instantly. Many believed the government had caught wind of the discovery, because if the chamber truly held a Templar vault or relics tied to the Holy Grail, the Ark of the Covenant, or other sacred treasures, then this was no longer just a historical find. It was a geopolitical one, something too important to leave in the hands of a TV crew. The tension among the team skyrocketed. Rick and Marty worried the excavation would be shut down. Workers whispered nervously, "What if everything we uncover gets taken away?" Even the camera crew noticed they were being blocked from filming certain areas. It felt like an invisible authority was suddenly overseeing every move. The discovery was no longer just a mystery. It had become a matter of power. Rick Lagina kept repeating one thing over and over. This discovery belongs to everyone. It shouldn't be hidden from the world. But the sudden appearance of security teams around the site told a very different story. The excitement that had filled the Oak Island crew slowly turned into anxiety. If the government had stepped in, there was a real chance that this secret would be locked away forever, just like the legends warned. And the moment the news leaked online, everything exploded. Within hours, Oak Island's new discovery spread across the internet like wildfire. Reddit threads shot to the top. Twitter, now X, was overflowing with theories. YouTube channels went into overdrive. Treasure hunters, historians, conspiracy enthusiasts, everyone had something to say. People on Reddit asked, did Rick Lagina finally uncover the treasure? Others claimed a holy artifact had been pulled from the chamber but was being kept quiet. Oak Island mystery and Rick Lagina suddenly became global trends. Grainy screenshots and blurry clips circulated like leaked footage. Some users swore they could see a metallic glimmer in the dark. Comments flooded in. This looks like the Holy Grail. No, this is Templar gold hidden for centuries. Government already took over, I bet. YouTube became a battleground of breakdowns and reaction videos. Creators slowed the footage frame by frame, insisting the symbols on the walls matched Templar crosses. Fans argued that this chamber might be one of the most important discoveries on Earth. And then came the memes. Oh, the memes. Someone posted Rick's shocked expression with the caption, "When you find history instead of gold." Another one joked about the government. Government be like, "We'll take that." Social media was in complete chaos. New theories surfaced every hour. The question burning in everyone's mind was simple. Did Rick Lagina uncover treasure? Or something far more powerful? But the biggest shock came on the show itself. The team suddenly turned off the cameras. Fans sat staring, confused and angry. Why would they hide the most important discovery in Oak Island's history? Rumors flew instantly. Some claimed that inside the chamber, besides the metallic shine, the team also spotted wooden chests and ancient stone carvings. But once the cameras went off, everything turned blurry again. This was the first time the famously transparent Lagina team chose silence. Rick, who always shares every finding openly, looked unusually guarded. On camera, he only said, "This discovery is huge, but we can't reveal everything right now." That one sentence created a massive storm. Was the team under government pressure? Did they find something dangerous? Or were Rick and Marty trying to protect the greatest secret Oak Island had ever held? Whatever the truth was, the mystery only deepened. Even though the chamber's contents weren't fully revealed, one thing was clear. The excavation was far from over. Rick and Marty stated that the next phase would be even bigger. Their new mission: map the underground structures and find out if more chambers lie beyond the first one. For this, they were upgrading their technology, muon tomography, a method using cosmic rays to create a 3D map of underground voids. LiDAR scans, capable of detecting the tiniest structures hidden in rock, but the path forward wouldn't be easy. Tunnel collapses, water flooding, unstable structures built centuries ago, and the biggest threat, government intervention. If authorities classified the discovery as culturally or religiously sensitive, everything would be taken away, instantly. Rick and Marty were now fighting two battles, one against the island itself and the other against the system above ground. Yet the Laginas made their goal crystal clear. We're not digging for treasure, we're digging for truth. And just when everyone thought the mystery was about to be solved, Rick dropped another bombshell facing the camera. He simply said, "This is just the beginning." That one sentence flipped the entire storyline upside down. Viewers who believed the treasure was finally revealed suddenly realized maybe this chamber wasn't the final destination at all. Maybe it was just the doorway to something even bigger. Every major discovery in Oak Island's history has pointed towards something deeper, and this time, Rick's words suggested they saw something inside that the world, isn't ready for. A secret bigger than gold, bigger than relics, something capable of rewriting history. And now the real question haunting fans is, if this is only the beginning, how massive will the ending be? Theories exploded everywhere. Could the chamber contain the Holy Grail? Templar treasure? Ancient knowledge? A map? A vault within a vault? Or something humanity has forgotten? No one knows, not yet. So now, it's your turn. Tell us in the comments. What do you think lies inside Oak Island's underground room? A treasure? A sacred artifact? Or a secret hidden from the world for centuries? And if you want to be the first to see what comes next, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell icon so every new piece of footage, every new clue, and every breakthrough from Oak Island reaches you first, because this journey isn't over. Not even close. The real story has only just begun, and Rick's words still echo in every fan's mind. This is just the beginning.